Hey, what's up? Okay, so I wanted to make a video just going over what kind of sources I wanted to use in upcoming YTPs, and you don't have to watch this video if you don't want to, but if you want to, go right ahead. So, upcoming YTP ideas. Number one, most obvious, is the history of the entire world, I guess, which has 10 million views already. It's been 5 days. Can you believe that? People really love the original video, I see. I mean, I know that for a fact. People have watched my YTP of it 50,000 times already. Almost 60,000, and I'm just kind of blowing my mind right now. But that's fine, right? People probably want to see a history of the entire world, I guess, YTP, right? I mean, I can't imagine they don't. Well, in any case, there's that. I also wanted to make a YTP of Ed, Edd, and Eddy, which I thought would be really cool, and I also wanted to kind of rip off Awful Fawful style while doing it, because I think that would really hit home, if you know what I mean. In any case, besides those two things, and those will be upcoming in, I don't know, the next few months, I also really wanted to make YTPs of some more obscure things. Like, one thing that just came to mind today is the pilot for the possibly upcoming Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon or whatever it is, the show Infinity Train, which I watched just the other day, and I thought it was actually really cool. And I probably want to make a YTP out of that, because if I do, I might set a precedent for when the show actually becomes popular, so that I might be able to continue doing that. Which I think might be interesting, though hopefully the show gets off the ground. I kind of like it. In any case, other YTP ideas, I don't know. If you want to suggest something, go right ahead. I think that would be great, because, I think I want to make YTPs out of more stuff. I don't want to keep using JonTron. I know JonTron is a cult favorite, but at this point, more obscure things have proven themselves to be more popular, if you know what I mean. Be like, the history of Japan. Yeah, I did not expect that video to do so well. It was like a short joke video. It's like, kind of like my Markiplier YTPs, really. I felt like it was kind of a downgrade from my more edit-heavy stuff, but then it occurred to me that editing things more heavy doesn't make it better, necessarily. It makes it more appreciated, I guess. Like, you understand that the video creator, especially with something like Awful Fawful or Sin Tragedy or whatever they do, if they edit the video more, then you really get a sense for how much dedication they put into the video. But it doesn't make them funnier. Especially some of Sin Tragedy's earlier works, they weren't really that well received. Which is kind of disappointing, because I thought they were some of the best ones. But yeah, History of Japan apparently just had a lot of good jokes in it. People liked that, and not only that, but people found it because they were recommended it by YouTube, which I found hilarious and unexpected, but whatever. So I figure I'll just make YTPs of more known stuff, and I hope this isn't a problem. Like, I hope that you'd forgive me for using things that aren't just JonTron. Because, honestly, JonTron is cool, but he has like 10,000 YTPs made of him by this point. So, sorry. I mean, like, I want to make YTPs of other stuff. I think it would be really cool. And yeah, I'm running out of ideas for JonTron. Sorry about that. But yeah, I mean, I've made my fair share of JonTron YTPs. I think I ought to branch out at this point. In any case, other YTP sources. I don't know. I don't want to use... I don't want to use... let me think. I don't want to use Steven Universe. I don't want to watch Steven Universe. I know this is a very sour note with a lot of people who love that show. But it seems like a really heavy time investment. It's like the same reason I don't want to watch Breaking Bad. It's not that the show isn't good. It's fantastic. It's that I don't want to spend 5 weeks watching everything. Let's see what else. I don't want to make a regular show YTP, even though I could. It's that I don't like the show that much. I used to like it, but then I actually watched some more scenes and then kind of fell out of appreciation for it. I might have just gotten older, really. And then Adventure Time Same thing as Steven Universe. I don't want to spend the time to actually watch every episode and really get a sense for which episode would make the best YTP. And I don't want to just use the most popular episode, because people will see right through that. They'll say, this person has only seen one episode. It's not funny. Like, people have made YTPs of this already. Or, I've seen this episode too many times, or whatever. I don't want to make a YTP of, let's see, other popular shows. Like, oh, you know what I do want to make a YTP of? The Misadventures of Flapjack. Because as a kid, I probably watched 5 or 6 episodes of that, and they were funny. Like, that was unironically a good show, and I don't know why, but I really like that show. And it's like one of those weird shows. I think, actually, you know what? I think Flapjack and Chowder were like the two shows that spearheaded being a weird cartoon worked. Like, Adventure Time is the classic kind of weird cartoon that has a really fleshed out canon. And a lot of other shows have done that. This isn't a source thing anymore. This is just talking about what shows are good shows at this point. But, like, I think Flapjack really spearheaded the whole thing. And I actually don't know which show came first, Adventure Time or Flapjack. But I watched Flapjack and I didn't watch Adventure Time. So there's that. And I know Adventure Time did better, but I think Flapjack would make for more interesting YTPs because it's just much more ridiculous. And Chowder I watched the most out of them all, but honestly, I haven't really seen a particularly good Chowder YTP. Unless Awful Fawful made one and I'm just forgetting it. But at this point, I think Flapjack would make a good source. So, I know it's 6.5 minutes into the video, so I won't waste any more of your time, but list of good sources, History of the Entire World, Flapjack, the Infinity Train trailer, and Ed, Edd and Eddy. And also, if there are any other old shows you want me to do a YTP of, let me know. One other show I'm not really going to make a YTP of is SpongeBob. Not because it's overused, because honestly you could just make a YTP of some other episode. Like, it's not like there's a lacking of episodes, especially the early ones, which people love way more than the later ones. But it's just that it's super difficult to keep a SpongeBob YTP on the internet. Like, it's hard to find the episodes. I had to buy new ones, but you can't rip them because they have anti-ripping technology. Like, it's 2 video formats that play at the same time, so if you can't rip one or the other. And Viacom will kill you if you try to make one, right? So yeah, it's just hard. It's just difficult. And if there's any other good show you want, I don't know, I'll look into it. Because, yeah, I'm open to suggestions at this point. Also, if there are any collabs, let me know. I probably won't make a video for it, but at this point, I'm really bad at making collabs, but it's motivation. It's like, yeah, well, I don't know. Well, I've rambled for too long. I don't know. Think about it. If you want to suggest sources in the comments, go ahead. If you don't, then don't. And if you don't like this video, then you've watched way too much of it. Goodbye.